All right, let's talk about AI and your business. Because, this isn't just about some new tech. It's a massive shift, and it really makes you ask a super important question. Are you using AI just to make tiny improvements, like building a better candle? Or are you using it to do something truly disruptive, to invent the very first light bulb?
So, let's start with a really quick, honest check-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, what's AI? And 10 being, I'm basically a world-class expert, where do you land? Just think of a number for yourself right now. Okay, you got your number? If you scored yourself anywhere from a 1 to a 4, well, you're in good company. Honestly, that's where most people are. But here's the thing, and this is kind of scary. While being in the majority usually feels safe, with this, it's actually the most dangerous place you can be.
See, the real problem isn't your score today. It's how fast the gap is growing between the people who get it and the people who don't. The folks who are mastering AI aren't just getting a little bit ahead. They're launching into another orbit. So if you're standing still, you're actually falling behind at an incredible speed. And there's a specific reason for that. It all boils down to this: 10x. This is what we call the 10x multiplier effect. The whole idea is that AI doesn't just make you, 10% better. No way. It makes people and teams 10 times more productive, which completely rewrites the rules of the game. Let me show you what I mean. A single person who really knows how to use AI can suddenly have the output of a whole 10-person team. And a small 10-person team, they can now go toe-to-toe with a 100-person company. I'm serious, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot, it's happening as we speak. So just imagine for a second your competitor gets this advantage. How on earth do you plan to keep up? Yeah, sitting on the sidelines? That's not really an option anymore. And that brings me to the absolute biggest mistake I see businesses making right now. It's a classic trap, one that's popped up with every huge technology shift in history. I call it the candle factory trap. So picture this, it's 1880. You own the biggest, most successful candle factory in the world. Life is good. Then this weird new thing called electricity comes along. What's the very first question you ask? It's probably, how can I use this electricity thing to make my candles a little cheaper, maybe a little faster? And that right there, that is exactly how most businesses are thinking about AI today. They're just asking how it can improve their existing stuff. And that is the huge, fundamental flaw in that logic. The invention that changed the world wasn't a slightly more efficient candle. Of course not. It was the light bulb. It was something totally new that made the entire candle industry pretty much obsolete overnight. The real innovators weren't trying to improve the old thing. They were busy inventing the future. So this is the question you have to ask yourself, like right now. Are you using all this incredible new power just to make slightly better candles? Because I promise you, somebody out there right now is in their garage using AI to invent the light bulb that could put your entire business in the dark. Okay, so that's the scary part, that's the threat. But what do you do about it? The answer is not to just shut down your current business. It's about adopting a really clear, simple plan I call the two-factory strategy. This strategy is actually pretty simple. You keep your old factory, that's your current business, the one that pays the bills, you keep that running smoothly. But at the same time, you start building a brand new AI factory on the side. Just think about Kodak, right? They literally invented the digital camera, but they were so obsessed with protecting their film business, their old factory, that they buried it. They got so good at optimizing the past that they completely missed the future. We just can't afford to make that same mistake. And here's the best part. This is totally manageable. I'm not talking about splitting your time 50-50. Not at all. We're talking about dedicating just 11% of your time. That's it. Maybe it's half a day a week to just playing around and exploring what this new factory could even be. In fact, the time you're spending with me right now, that totally counts towards your 11%. See? You're already doing it. So what does this new factory even look like? What kind of tools are we talking about here? Let's take a peek into the AI toolkit that's coming your way.
First things first, you have to get this one idea locked into your brain. It's so simple but so powerful. The AI you're using today, it's the dumbest, slowest, and least capable version of AI you will ever use for the rest of your life. Every single day it gets smarter. So if you're kind of meh about it today, just you wait.
So how fast is it really moving? Well, the CEO of NVIDIA, the company that's basically building the engines for this whole revolution, he says AI capabilities are quadrupling every single year. Let that sink in. By next year, it's 4 times more powerful. The year after that, it's 16 times. By 2027, we're talking 256 times more powerful. Our brains just aren't built to understand that kind of exponential curve, but it's happening whether we get it or not. And all this crazy power is going to show up in your toolkit. You're going to have AI agents. Think of them like digital employees you can hire to do stuff, automating entire workflows. You'll have AI avatars that can act as the face of your company, available 24/7. And you'll have private AI that can analyze all your confidential business data safely and find insights that nobody else has.
This kind of power has led to this really fascinating question that's making the rounds in the tech world. The question is this: when will the first billion-dollar company be created by a single person? A solo founder, no employees, no big venture capital money, just using AI tools. And the prediction from some of the smartest people in the industry is that it's going to happen within the next 12 to 24 months. I mean, that's just wild. That's the scale of the opportunity that's right in front of all of us. It is a full-on gold rush, and the shovels are available to everyone. So this isn't some distant, far-off future we're talking about. This is right here, right now. So let's pull all this together and talk about what your vision for the future should be.
Here's your game plan. It's 3 simple steps. First, just acknowledge this isn't some passing fad. It's a fundamental shift. Stop thinking if this is going to happen and start thinking how you're going to use it. Second, start that 11%. Block it out in your calendar. And third, you have to get your hands dirty. The goal isn't to just read articles about AI, it's to actually use it until you get that personal score up to a solid 7 or 8.
And let me be absolutely crystal clear about this last part. This is not something you can just hand off to your IT guy. It is not a trend you can just decide to catch up on a couple of years from now. If you are a leader in your business, you cannot just sit back and watch this happen. You have to be the one to drive it.
Which brings us to the final, and really the only question that matters. Knowing everything we just talked about, the speed of change, that 10x multiplier, the candle factory trap, what will your business look like in 2030? Are you going to be selling the world's most efficient candles, or will you be the one who built the light bulb?